Merry Christmas, everyone. Green sleeves was all my joy. Green sleeves was my delight. Green sleeves my heart of gold, and who but my lady Green sleeves?
Hello, my name is Urbanator, and what you are about to hear is an audio collection of journals that I've been recording from 1980, and I plan to go until 1989. Today is December 20th, 1980, and I plan to tell you what has happened in the past month. I'm going to cover the news, the technology, the music, and the movies. And I have a little show and tell for you as well. We also have a very special guest of whom I'm going to introduce to you in a moment. So we have about a 30-minute tape. Let's begin.
This podcast, along with other fine shows, is proud to be a part of the one and only Throwback Network. Please visit at throwbacknetwork.net. Also, this episode stars Mr. Doug McCoy, courtesy of McCoycast.wordpress.com, and also starring our special guest for tonight's show, Mr. Rob Flack O'Hara, courtesy of RobO'Hara.com. And now, enjoy the show. Welcome to Urbanator's 8289 podcast. This is a recorded journal dedicated to the history of the 80s. All music used in the 8289 podcast was written and performed by Manolus and can be found at www.iammanolus.com.
Ladies and gentlemen,
8289.
please take your seats.
Are you ready?
We hope you enjoy the show.
8289.
The show is about to begin. Are you really ready?
I am excited to have a good buddy sitting right here next to me. Ladies and gentlemen, the great, the one, the only, Rob Flack O'Hara from down the street. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Hey man, thanks for having me down here. Is this I have a microphone here? What is this? What's this connected to?
This, if you follow the wire, it goes over to here to the new Tascam 144 I got last month.
Look at this thing. Oh, it's like it looks like real DJ stuff or something.
Yeah, its technology is really kicking. There's a cassette in here. If you look over here, there's a cassette right here. And then inside here is a battery pack if you need it, but I don't think I'm ever going to take this out of the studio. And then it plugs in, and all the mics are plugged in right up here in the XLRs.
That's pretty cool. What are you gonna? I mean, was this expensive?
Yeah, it was. You know those tip jars I was putting in the stores and the restaurants that I was giving the tapes out? People were paying like, $2 here and there, and then it grew and grew, so I was able to get the $800 to put down on it, and then I paid the rest off as we went. So
this is fancy, man.
Oh, you've heard it last month? Did you hear how good it sounded?
Oh yeah, man. It's mine. I've got a small tape recorder I got from Radio Shack, and it's I try to record stuff, but it's like always like super hissy, like when you play it back, and so this is really fancy.
Well, you're doing really well. Those who don't know, Rob makes his own version of these journals, but he does it concerning computers, of which we'll talk about later. He's been doing it for a long time.
Yeah. There's I'm just really excited about technology and stuff. It seems like there's new stuff coming out all the time, and it's like we're seems like we're living in the future.
It's going by fast. Mm-hmm. I don't know where I heard this, but if you don't stop and look around once in a while, you just might miss it. I heard that somewhere, but I don't remember where I heard that. But I wanted to ask you about your nickname, Flack. I wanted to ask if that's like a press agent or an ambulance chaser like you see in the TV ads.
No. I saw it. I got this magazine where it has things of scripts, like upcoming movies and stuff, And anyway, there's this old movie called The Window, and they're rewriting it, and it's going to be called Cloak and Dagger, and one of the guys that's in it is called Jack Flack. So I just kind of got the name from that. I thought it was pretty cool.
That is a cool name.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness gracious, because that's going to be cool. So I was wondering if you would like to share with the listeners of these journals any wonderful Christmas time stories that you might have.
Well, the most exciting thing for us every year this time is getting the Sears catalog. It's just super awesome. We get one every year, and so my sister and I will sit there and we go through it, and there's always like clothes and stuff and things like. I don't even know why they put that in the Christmas catalog, but you flip back about halfway through, and then that's where the toys start. So you can kind of see like all the toys, and what we do is we just go through in the marker. We like circle the stuff that we want, and that way we could go back and show our parents and everything, the things that we're looking for. This year, obviously Star Wars or Empire Strikes Back. It's just there's tons of Empire Strikes Back things and lots of things like that. So I've definitely circled a lot of that stuff. So that's a big thing for us each year. And then we just got home from going to look at Christmas lights.
Nice.
There's a place near us called Ski Island, which is a neighborhood that has water in between some of the houses, but I don't think you can really ski there. I don't know why they just call it Ski Island, but there is a little island out there. But
in case you wanna,
I guess you could. But anyway, all the people, their houses that are around the water, they always put their Christmas lights so it reflects off the water, and so
nice.
it's neat to go out there, but. The traffic is, fortunately, you want to go slow anyway, just to enjoy the lights.
Yeah.
But...
bumper to bumper, everybody's just waiting.
Yeah.
And looking.
Just takes a long time.
I would imagine so. Well, we go down to Abington Street in Arlington, Virginia, and we take a look. I mean, it's a heck of a trip from here, but we go down there to take a look. There's a gentleman, his name is Scott. The lights are immense, and he has a Santa Claus up on the roof, and he takes Christmas trees. He gets real trees, and he puts them in buckets and puts them all around his front yard, so it's all closed in. And you feel like you're in some kind of Santa village when you walk in there.
Oh yeah, we've got we put the big giant bulbs on our house, and some of the people around us in our neighborhood, they've started doing like all one color. Like there's one house that they just do all blue lights, and there's another house, but ours is just every different color, like blue and orange and green and red, and so, and then it'll be like 5 lights and then one that's burned out, and so
always.
So
you got to go fishing to try to find
exactly
find out why. Well, you want to get into some news?
Sure.
All right, let's do it.
And now we will talk about current events.
Well, December 4th, Led Zeppelin issued a press release announcing the breakup of the band due to the death of the drummer John Bonham. And I'm crushed because I love Led Zeppelin, so I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm hoping after some time maybe they'll reconsider. We'll find out. On December 8th, this is the worst news yet. John Lennon was shot dead outside of his apartment in New York by a Mark David Chapman. This Mark David Chapman guy had some problems. He'd been listening to, I think he probably did too many drugs or whatever, and then felt he had to go and take out John Lennon. I'll never understand that.
That's just something like that happening in public. It's kind of scary, I'm just because we haven't really seen somebody like that. I mean, somebody that famous getting killed like that. It's crazy.
It's sad getting assassinated right out front of his apartment, and it's going to take a while to get over something like that. And
they've been talking. I mean, there's been hope for a Beatles reunion for everybody to get back together, but it seems like this would. I mean, John Lennon, I think he sang on a lot of the songs and stuff, so it doesn't.
And he wrote a lot of them.
Yeah,
too,
so it seems like that might make that not happen now.
I think a big chunk of what is music is now gone. That's going to be a hard thing to get over.
One of the things I just read about on the 11th is CERCLA has been enacted by the U.S. Congress, and this is something probably most people haven't heard of. It is the Comprehensive Environmental Response, Compensation, and Liability Act. I I'm sure you were
that.
just thinking about that, right?
I was just last night. I was half asleep, and I was like, "Circle it." And
You're
then
like,
I fell back asleep.
That's what it might put you to sleep. It's a federal law designed to clean up sites contaminated with hazardous substances.
Oh, it's about time.
Yeah, and it's supposed to redefine pollutants and contaminants. And I know that, even by my house, there are like all these huge factories and stuff like that, and it just seems like, nobody's doing anything about that stuff. So maybe this will, it'll address that.
On
yeah. On the 15th, New York Yankees Dave Winfield became the highest paid player. He got a contract 10 years for $15 million.
Good Lord, what in the world is $15 million?
Can you imagine? You would never have to work. You just play baseball and get $15 million. That's crazy.
That's sad.
I play baseball like 3 days a week. I don't get any money.
None.
No.
That's disgusting.
I get exactly $15 million less than this guy. It's crazy.
And now we will talk about technology.
Well, technology, there is some pretty exciting stuff coming up this Christmas. Now, my school has a Commodore PET.
Oh my gosh!
And it's not brand new. They're a couple years old. What I like about it, it has a built-in cassette tape. It's not as fancy as your recorder here, but you can put tapes.
I was wondering.
Yeah, you can put it right into the front, and you can type in, like we have these books where we type in programs and do all these things, and then you could just save it on the tape and then load it back up. So you don't have to retype it in every time, Now, there's no color on the screen. It's just, mono color, I guess you would say.
Right.
But it does have sound. It's just not very good sound. It just basically just kind of beeps a lot,
Well, are there such thing as color screens?
Well, now they just came out last year. They released the Apple II. So, and it's kind of funny, because you think, They all have these names, like there's the pet, like maybe it's your pet. Now this one's an apple,
Oh yeah.
So maybe they're going to start doing that with computers to try to give them regular names, to market it to people.
Right, make them more friendly.
Yeah, but now Commodore is making a comeback this year with a new computer, and it's the VIC-20, VIC-20. Now,
oh my goodness!
Right,
my buddy Vic Sage is going to love that.
You know what? It's spelled the same, and it comes. You don't even have to add memory. It comes with 5K of RAM, and K is 1,000.
What are you going to do with that?
Well, first of all, you can draw pictures and stuff because right out of the box it's color. So,
oh my gosh!
And you can hook this up now. Like the Commodore PET that we have at school has a monitor built into it.
Yeah,
but you can plug this right into your TV.
Good God!
So you can play games and stuff in your living room. It looks pretty cool. Now, even though it has 5K of RAM, they have cartridges that have 16K. Like the program is bigger than the computer because it stores it on the cartridge. So it's kind of like Atari, where you can, like on the Commodore PET, we have to load them up on the cassette or you have to type them in. But on these, you could just plug in cartridges and it'll play it, and it's instant. You don't have to wait. Like the cassette on our one at school is pretty slow.
Yeah.
But this is really fast. Also, the VIC-20 comes with a joystick port on the side. And it's the same port that Atari uses. So if you have Atari already and you got an Atari, you could take an Atari joystick and just plug it in, and you can play games with a joystick.
That is amazing.
So it's like an Atari, but better, because you can play games like cartridges, but you could type in your own too. You can make your own games.
Oh my gosh!
And also,
that's gonna change everything.
The Commodore PET. Like I said, we got this one game at school, and it's like you have to name, the tune.
Yeah.
And they all sound like this. Beep, 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 beep. It's kind of not very good. But but the VIC-20 has 3 sound chips. And so it's like 3 voices, so it can do 3 things all at the same time, like make chords.
Harmony?
Yeah, exactly.
Chords and harmonies?
Yeah. Now, one bad thing about it is it doesn't come with the cassette tape. like the Pet has it built in, so you have to buy
Yeah.
the cassette tape if you're gonna like make your own programs.
Yeah.
Or you could just type them in, I guess, and not turn a computer off if you wanted to like keep it for a long time, But
Yeah.
and then eventually, like the Apple II has floppy drives.
Right.
And so, like for actual floppy disk, which holds a lot more than a cassette, and it's faster. So they're supposed to have floppy disks for the VIC-20 also, but it's a lot more expensive. So if I get one of these, I'm probably just going to try to get like a cassette tape.
That's going to be awesome. I'm going to have to come over and check that out.
5K though, like I said, 5. So that's like if you hold down like a key.
Yeah.
That's 5,000 keys. You could hold all that in memory without having to save or anything.
It's unfathomable. Oh gosh, all the things I want to try to work on right now, it's making my brain hurt. I could write music with this thing, couldn't I?
You could do, because it's got the 3 voices, and then also, you could like maybe program it to do a song, and then you save it on the cassette, and then you can just load it, like when your friend comes over, you just load it back up, and then play the song again. So, yeah, I think it's going to be pretty cool.
I could mail the cassette overseas to friends of mine who might have the same computer and write music.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, this is going to be amazing.
I like that you can hook it up to a regular TV. So,
That's
like,
awesome.
you could play games like on, like the monitor on our Commodore PET is really small, but our TV in our living room is like 19 inches. So,
You got a big television.
Yeah.
I only got a 13.
Oh, yeah, we got like this big, it's like a console thing, it's got speakers built into it and stuff.
You always had the cool stuff growing up.
Yeah, it's...
I was always jealous of your house.
So if we can hook the VIC up to that, and you'll be able to, program on it and stuff, play games in the living room, so it's not just stuck on a desk,
Oh, man. Well, I'm coming over when you get this. I have to come over when you get this.
Okay. You have an Atari?
I have an Atari.
Okay. Well, when you come and bring your Atari joystick, and then we can use it on the VIC.
And now we will talk about music.
Well, in music, it's been an incredible month for music. On December 7th, Darby Crash, leader of seminal LA punk band The Giants, dies of a heroin overdose in a suicide pact.
What?
Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah, I know. Well, I guess that's what you do when you want to commit suicide. Get a bunch of people together and let's do some heroin, and then punk.
And you think that, like musicians, like a lot of people look up to him today, but when your name's The Germs, I don't know that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Sounds like something that the Circula company is going to do something in Congress
Yeah,
about.
maybe, yeah.
I wonder if we'll get stickers from that, by the way.
Circla?
Well, we might get stickers for our homes that have this ugly face painted green. Yuck. All right. Well, go ahead.
Well, like you said before, on December 8th, John Lennon got shot, and his single, which is called Just Like Starting Over, has all of a sudden become a #1 hit. So I guess people are calling and requesting it, and wanting to hear that. I really had hoped that, people call and request more Beatles stuff, but I guess some people like his solo stuff. But yeah, like in the U.S. and the U.K. and Australia, everywhere, people are calling and requesting that song.
That's amazing. And rightfully so, Well, on December 14th, over 100,000 mourners attended a public vigil for John Lennon in Central Park. And that was interesting. I saw it on the news. 10 minutes of silence was observed at 2 p.m. that day, and I sat there and just kept my mouth shut, watching it on TV.
Did they get Yoko to shut up for 10 minutes?
I don't know. I think when everything was really quiet in the back, you heard...
Yeah, I'm not a fan of hers. I think I heard her just now.
Yeah, that was her.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you one thing I'm really looking forward to is New Year's Eve. This is the 9th annual. Can you believe they've been doing this for 9 years already?
Oh, my God.
The New Year's Rockin' Eve special. It's on ABC every year. And the host is Dick Clark. You probably know him from the radio.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. He's coming back again because he's been doing really good with that.
Mm-hmm. And this year there's going to be the Charlie Daniels Band.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Billy Preston, Sarita.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Chuck Berry. I can't believe he's still around.
Oh, my gosh.
And Barry Manilow. So, I mean, that's a pretty star-studded lineup. Do you have any New Year's Eve normal things that you guys do around your house?
what we do is, for some reason, it's something that my mom started, and she got me hooked on it. So I go out and I clang pans at midnight.
Really?
And it seems like, yeah, everybody in the neighborhood does it. I remember one year, wasn't it you that yelled out the window, Zerb, shut up, or something? I forget. You were, Zerb, that's enough. You could hear me all the way down.
I thought you guys were just baking stuff really loudly. I didn't know what was going on.
every year.
Well, I think this is from a tradition from my dad's family. My dad has some. My grandpa is Irish, but my grandma is part Polish and part Russian. And so every year at New Year's Eve, we always have pickled herring, which I'm not really a big fan of, but it's like they open up
You're pickling fish,
right? It's they're kind of gross, really, but you open up the jar and you just eat one, So we do that every year, and then one of my favorite things is I don't buy a lot of albums like music and stuff in the stores, but on New Year's Eve they always have the countdown for like the top like this year it'll be the top 80 songs of 1980.
Oh, yeah.
And so I always get I buy these like 3-packs of cassettes. They're green, they have green labels on them and stuff, so I'll just sit there and listen to it through the night, and I'll tape all my favorite songs. Cool. Like I just pause them, and then that way you have all the songs, that you liked all year just on cassette.
That's a good way to collect them too. Mm-hmm. Instead of having to wade through and sift through and waste your time, you get it all done in one night.
Well, I get sometimes like you'll buy an album, and because there's a song you like on the radio, and then there's only one song that's good on it, But that's why I buy. Do you have? I don't know if you've seen these in the store, but they got these. K-Tel, they make these compilations, and then you get like a whole bunch of hit songs all in one place. So if you're going to buy one, that's what I would do.
Too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's a good way to get a bunch of different songs from different people, But if you don't want to do that, then you could just tape them off the radio.
That's the best way to do it. Mm-hmm. Well, Mr. Flack, are you ready for this?
Yeah. Speaking of radio.
Yeah, the U.S. Top 10 Singles for week ending December 20th, 1980. What we're going to do is we're actually going to sing these. That's right.
Oh, boy.
We are going to sing these.
I'm excited.
And you get to start.
Number 10.
Well, the number 10 one is You're Every Woman in the World to Me, which is that's from Air Supply.
Which record company?
Oh, by Arista.
And that's one of my favorites right now, believe it or not.
Yeah. It's a good song.
Number 9.
Hit me with your best shot. Come on and hit me with your best shot. Pat Benatar. Boy, she is cute. Chrysalis Records.
I always get her confused with Linda Ronstadt. They're like kind of they look the same to me.
One has bigger teeth and the other one has smaller boobs.
Oh, but one is going to get hit a lot. Because she sings a song telling people to hit her.
I know. She's really abusive.
All right.
Number 8.
I don't know this song.
And then just tell them what it is. I do the same thing. Don't worry.
All right.
I'm not sure I know it either.
Number 8 is, this must be one like for the adult contemporary or something. I don't know this song. This is Guilty by Barbara Streisand and Barry Gibb, which is on Columbia Records.
I have this album, but I'm not going to bother trying to sing it. No way.
Number 7.
Boy, I'm glad you started off with number 10. Look at the ones I get.
I see that.
Number 7. Another one bites the dust.
Boom, boom, boom. Psh, doom,
Another
doom.
one that bites the dust.
That's got a good bass line. I like that song.
Oh, I love that, too.
Yeah.
He can sing.
I have this 45.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I just got it, and the B-side of this is a song called Don't Try Suicide.
Oh, man, yeah.
Which he should have given to the guy from the Germs.
That's right, because it made perfect. Maybe he was listening to it at the time.
That's true.
And that was Queen Electra Records.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6.
I have to think how this goes. Da, 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 with a hungry heart. It's Bruce Springsteen, which is also on Columbia Records. There's a couple from Columbia on here. Bruce Springsteen, I got this feeling that this guy is a flash in the pan.
Really? You don't think he's going to make it?
I don't know. It's just generic. I don't like his voice.
He's not trying.
I don't know. It's possible, but I don't know.
I don't think he'll last to it. There's a flash in the pan here, like you were saying.
We'll see.
Number 5.
Master Blaster. I don't know how it goes. That sounds good. But I love Stevie Wonder. But I haven't heard this song yet. Have you heard it?
No, I haven't heard this. I do like Stevie Wonder. You know, it's amazing that he still has a career because he used to record when he was a kid. Like my parents, used to listen to him, and then he's still doing stuff in 1980.
Yep. Little Stevie Wonder is now 1980 Stevie. In the 50s he was found. Tamla Records.
Yep.
Number 4.
Love on the Rocks.
Are you okay? Do you have a cough there?
Sounds just like my Bruce Springsteen impersonation. It is Love on the Rocks by Neil Diamond, who's on Capitol. My parents love Neil Diamond. We always listen to the jazz singer.
Yeah, I've got that album too.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So, I mean, I don't think that if they play this on the top 80 hits, I don't know that I'll record this song, but he's okay.
He'll do. I don't know if he'll last either. We'll see.
Number 3.
Just like starting over. I don't know how he does that. Oh, well, unfortunately, he won't be doing that anymore, but John Lennon, Giffen Records. Maybe his son Julian will grow up and try to record something.
He will not be starting over.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Whoa, whoa, yay, yay. I love this song. I love you more than I could say. It's Leo Sayer. He's the Sayer, and it's more than he can say. And this is on Warner Brothers. And this is a good song. I like this song. Yeah. Plus,
he's a good musician.
It's like in the mornings when I'm getting ready, and then I'll just get in the shower and I'm like, whoa, whoa. Yay, yay.
Now, Leo Sayer's going to last forever. That's a guy who's just going to continue
He's got, you can hear it. You got staying power.
Yeah, he does. He'll make it. Yep. This guy,
Number 1.
Lady. You're my knight in shining armor. Why would she be a knight in shining armor?
I don't know. That's not my kind of lady.
Yeah. And I love you. I got to finish it. Let me hold you in my arms.
I hope you do finish.
Forevermore. Kenny Rogers, Liberty Rex.
I go to the bowling alley with my mom. She's on a bowling league, and I go up there with her sometimes, and the whole jukebox is filled with Kenny Rogers stuff. Just constantly, people playing Kenny Rogers. So this is I hear this all the time up there at the bowling alley.
The Gambler is a good album.
Yeah, it definitely is.
But I don't know if that came out yet.
I don't know either.
And now it's time for the top 5 Christmas singles for December 1980. I thought this would be a great idea. Let me be honest. You were the one who came with me on this idea. You were the one who called me up and said, hey, can I join you on the next journal? I thought it'd be great if we could get some Christmas music on there. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. So thank you, sir. Hey,
no problem. I love Christmas music, and sometimes there are novelty ones, which don't seem to say, but there's some good ones on this list.
Oh, yeah, there are. Well, I'm going to start off. We're just going to do 5. So
Number 5.
This is awesome. If you guys get a chance to hear it, it should be on the radio now. Silent Night. And that's how they sing it. The Temptations doing Silent Night. A great album. Pick it up.
Number 4.
Number 4 on the list is Merry Christmas in the NFL by Willis the Guard and Vigorous. And let's hope that this is the only hit single that has anything to do with the NFL.
I know this could start something terrible. I hope it doesn't.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't too.
Number 3.
This is an awesome cassette. What can you get a Wookiee for Christmas when he already owns
a comb? Do you know what the answer is?
What is it?
You get him love and affection.
Oh,
him love, and I love this. I got I have the single, and the flip side of the single is also on the list, so I don't want to spoil it. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and spoil it. It's number 2. It's the one right after this.
Number 2.
It's R2-D2. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And they got like the real people from Star Wars in this.
Oh, that's awesome.
They got Anthony Daniels, who does C-3PO, and I mean, and I don't know if they like actually got R2-D2 in there, but they got the sounds, you know, so it sounds just like it. And this is, I don't know, the part that scares me about this.
Yeah,
I love Star Wars, and I love
I do
The
too.
Empire Strikes Back.
Me too.
And whatever the third film, you know, ends up being. I mean, obviously, The Empire Strikes Back ends up, you know, in a cliffhanger. So there's, you know, we know that there's going to be a third film. But now, you know, it's like when the first movie came out, there's cool toys. But now it's like, if you go to the toy store, there's, or like Toys R Us by my house, there's a Star Wars electronic toothbrush, and there's a Star Wars talking alarm clock. And there's Star Wars.
I'm hoping to get that this year, by the way.
There's sleeping bags. I do have the curtains, which are kind of cool, but
I've seen them over at your house. Yeah.
And so, but it's like there's all these things, you know, like Star Wars underoos and Star Wars, you know, and now there's albums. So it kind of seems like, I don't know, like they're marketing it too much.
Yeah. I just hope it doesn't get any worse. I really hope it doesn't get any worse.
It can't possibly.
Because when a new movie returns, you never know. That could add to it, and they might have new characters in there. And
then I'll have
but after this last one, I would think it would stop because that'll be the last one.
Yeah, and then I'll have to replace all my bed sheets again, and the curtains. I'm gonna have to get new ones, and plus there's
new
always
underwear.
Yeah, well, I doubt that.
Yeah, that's true.
Try to keep it. What's number 1 on the list?
Number 1.
Silent Night by Johnny Cash.
He's another guy that's been around for forever.
His Christmas album, A Classic Christmas, is beautiful. He did a really good job on that. Definitely a good job. Now Rob and I are going to go down our top 5 albums released for the past month of December.
Number 5.
I want to talk about this movie later, too.
Okay.
Is the Flash Gordon soundtrack from Queen.
Oh, yeah.
And this is, I mean, we get in the car and you turn this up, bump, 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 Flash.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just super cool. So I really like it. There's a lot of just, you know, stuff from the movie where there's not lyrics, you know, it's just like the soundtrack part, but there's some good stuff on this. So
I can't wait.
It's kind of, it's not the same as like Another One Bites the Dust and stuff like their other stuff, you know, right now, but it's definitely cool.
Are you still working on that Trans Am? And you're going to put that new stereo system in it, right?
Yeah, I'm upgrading. Right now it's got an 8-track player.
Yeah.
And so everybody else is getting cassettes now. So, and I only have a few 8-tracks, so I think I'm going to upgrade it to cassette.
Oh, that's going to sound good.
Yeah. It's Krakow, and it sounds pretty sweet.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. I love that thing.
Number 4.
Well, number 4 is Live, Fleetwood Mac. Oh.
You can go your own way.
I don't know why I sounded like
Watching.
and Rhiannon's on there. You got a lot. I love Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, I've never seen them perform live, so this is about as close as I'm going to get as this album.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
same here.
Very cool.
Number 3.
Number 3 is 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton, which is also a movie, and this song is addictive. You know, and at the beginning it like starts out like a typewriter. Like she's actually at work, like
almost like Flash.
Kind of similar, you know. But if you're gonna have one rescue you, well, I was gonna say I'd rather have Flash Gordon, but I wouldn't mind Dolly Parton coming in and rescuing me, you know.
I wouldn't mind being flashed by Dolly Parton.
Oh, there you go, right there, yeah. So a couple of islands in the stream. But Dolly Parton is, you know, in the movie there's you know, it's her and Lily Tomlin, and they're like. They have to, you know, they kidnap their boss or something. I haven't seen it, you know. I mean, it doesn't really. I don't think it's. I'd rather see Flash Gordon again.
Yeah, I want to see Flash again too, but it'll be on TV in a couple of years.
Probably,
so
yeah.
I'll see it.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2.
Classic Christmas with Johnny Cash that I mentioned earlier, and I love it. It's got the Christmas guest on it. It's with Grandpa Jones and Bill Walker in that song. Awesome rendition of Joy to the World. That was wonderful. So I love it. I just purchased that one.
Well, number one is the album that I already mentioned. The number one album released in the last month is Christmas in the Stars. It is a Star Wars themed Christmas album. It was
wonderful.
Put out by RSO Records. And it's got several different Christmas songs. And basically, it's kind of course, Star Wars takes place a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. So they don't really have like Santa Claus and stuff. But so in this, it's kind of a story where the droids, the different robots and stuff, they're making the presents, and then it says they're making them for S Claus. So, it's a Christmas thing, but they're kind of, trying to make it, a little bit more generic.
Right. Well, that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Well, you want to do some movies?
Sure.
Let's do it.
And now we will talk about movies.
Well, my favorite movie right now is Flash Gordon. You and I went to go see that together.
Yep.
I was afraid that it was going to be a Star Wars ripoff because, you have this guy, Flash Gordon, and he kind of looks like Luke Skywalker. Like he's got blonde hair, and it's in outer space. And, so it's kind of similar, whatever, but it's really not because it's based on like old comic books and stuff.
Yeah, I just found out about that myself. I didn't know that it had been around a while.
Right. And then someone said that, George Lucas, when he made Star Wars, he was influenced by Flash Gordon. So, it kind of makes sense that they're similar,
Yeah.
But anyway, I really like the movie, and there's a lot. The special effects are really good. There's a lot of stuff like, when they're in outer space and you can see like clouds and stuff swirling in the background and so I like that. There's a lot of action. There's just, and of course, like we talked about it, you have that great soundtrack from Queen, so yeah, I just...
It sounded good in the theater too.
Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know if they're going to make a sequel to this. It would make sense because, first of all, like the old Flash Gordons, like the black and white ones, they were serials. Yeah. So they made like one every week or something. So, I don't think they'll make one every week. But, Star Wars. And after Star Wars, there was like the Black Hole. And now we got Battlestar Galactica and Buck Rogers and all these things. So it's like there's a lot of space stuff. So if Flash Gordon, everybody I've talked to likes it. So it wouldn't surprise me if they do a sequel. But we'll just have to see.
I would think they would try to.
Yeah.
We'll have to just wait and see. But yeah.
Yep.
Well, I called you up on Thursday and we went and saw, of all things, Robin Williams playing Popeye. This guy did a great job. I have never seen someone emulate a cartoon character in real life, and they did such a good job doing this movie.
He puts on a good performance.
Yes, he did.
That's my other good Popeye. And Shelley Duvall,
the girl that was in The Shining in the summer,
as Olive Oyl. She she not born to play this role?
Oh, she was perfect.
Definitely, just a dead ringer for Olive Oyl. And, you got a good story. I couldn't even tell, how they made his muscles and stuff. Like, everything looked, super realistic. And
I think he worked out for that.
I don't know.
He must have. It looked too real.
You got Wimpy. You got all the people from the cartoons that you watch. They're all in there. Sweet Pea. And I guess there's some people from the cartoon not in there, like, Alice the Goon and... There's like a sea hag or stuff, but...
it was a great movie. It was a great movie. I could have watched that over and over again. I'm definitely going back to see it. You want to go with me on Saturday?
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, and this, we were just talking about the music that's in Flash Gordon. There's some great songs in Popeye.
Yeah.
Lots of good songs. So, I don't know if there's a soundtrack out for it, but I would probably get the soundtrack for this, too, just because...
Yeah, because they wrote a lot of tunes for that, and Robin Williams can sing. Well.
I didn't know that, and it's weird to see him in another role because we've seen him as Mork.
Yep.
And now to see him, in a, where he's
completely
not. Yeah, like you might not even recognize him.
Oh, amazing.
And now we will have a little show and tell.
Well, Rob, as you know, every time I do one of these journals, I like to show and tell. And so I got something here that I thought would be interesting. Of course, you can see what it is. It's, but the ones at home can't. I want them to see if they can guess what it is. Here we go. I'm going to use it on the window here. I have a stencil here of a snowflake. And here we go. Look at that.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
That's cool.
It's artificial snow that's in a can. And it smells kind of, it gets you a little up there. But it's tasty.
Well, you know what?
And it does. It looks like snow on the window. So now I can spray my name. Check this out.
Oh, it is. Now, I wonder if this Circla thing is going to come back and with everybody.
I hope not anytime soon.
If you start spraying snow everywhere out of those cans.
I think I got a little snow in my tea.
Well, I brought something here. I've got it in my backpack. Let me dig this out here.
Okay.
This just came out. This is
Oh my gosh!
a Mattel Football 2. Now, they have the Football 1. If you've probably seen them, and they're like cream color or whatever. Okay, well, this is the 2. It's brand new.
I asked for one of those for Christmas.
Yes, it just came out. And
you lucky dog.
So you can tell a difference. Obviously, it's green versus the other cream one. And so the graphics are the same. The graphics are just red LEDs in here, So you kind of got to use your imagination. It's like you can tell where the people are,
Yeah.
But in this one, in the original one, all you can do is run. So you just do running plays.
I remember, yeah.
Right. Well, this one, now you can pass. And so you can throw it, and then you can also punt at the
Get
end.
out!
Yeah.
Turn it on!
Yeah, so
Turn it on. Let's check it out.
Well, I asked Santa for batteries. I don't have any batteries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So and actually, just between me and you here on the recorder,
Yeah.
this is supposed to be from Santa. I'm not supposed to have it yet.
How did you get? What did you do? Find it in the closet or something?
Yeah, it was up in the closet, and so anyway, I snuck it out to bring it over here.
Dude, I hope you don't get caught. You remember the last time your mom caught you?
Yes, and I never saw Boba Fett again. So
I know, and I got my Boba Fett right here. But that's all right. Dude, thank you for bringing that over. I'm sorry that you're gonna get caught.
Yeah, well, but it's it's got all these new features and stuff, and the graphics are not as good as Atari, and they're nowhere near like what the VIC-20 can do.
Yeah, I know. That's going to be amazing.
But it's portable, so you can take it with you, like when you're going, when I came over here or stuff, and you can just carry it around in your pocket or something.
You know what would be great is if they, hopefully they'll come out with this, I don't know. You know how you can do 2-player on Atari? Mm-hmm. Maybe something like, because you and I, whenever we're playing, it's almost like we're head-to-head. So, we should try that. Sometime.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll
I don't
come
know,
up with
it has
something
to be like
that.
really wide or something. I don't know how they would do it. I guess they could
I
have it
don't
where
know.
you each look at a different side or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Seems like
Maybe each get your own keypad.
it'd be expensive.
We should market that before somebody else
It'd be like, well, I guess what you could do is just get 2 and tape them together. Then you could just both play.
Let me get some batteries and we'll do that.
All right.
Yeah.
So, by the way, my other one, because I got the old, the original football one, and it goes through batteries about every 2 or 3 days.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, so because that's why this one doesn't have batteries, because I was going to get the batteries out of the other one, and it's dead, so.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah.
Hey, Rob, thank you so much for coming by for today's journal. I really appreciate you helping me.
Yeah, man, I like all this equipment you got here, your fancy recorder and your mics and stuff. And I think what I'm going to go do is I think my dad just got our new TV.
Yeah.
Has a remote control.
Get out of here.
Yeah, and
you always get the coolest stuff.
I know we just got it, but here's the thing. I think it uses the same kind of batteries as this football.
You are going to get busted again.
I'm going to go try. I'm going to go try and get the batteries out and go try it. So
you always get in trouble. Man.
All right. So anyway,
all right, brother.
So I'm going to jet. All right, man. I'll see you later.
Yeah. my buddy Doug is coming over in a bit. He's going to do the video game.
Oh, okay.
thing.
Are you guys going to play Atari or something? Or
Yeah, we're playing Atari. Yeah, you know Ferg, right?
yeah, he sometimes he's the hookup when it comes to new tapes.
Yeah, I got very lucky. So, yeah, I got Asteroids. He sold us Asteroids out front of the CompuServe last night.
Wait, like the arcade thing? Like
No. The Atari game. It's not coming out until like February.
They're making it for Atari?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Asteroids is out.
That's cool.
Yeah. All right, brother.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, I'll see you.
Okay, bye.
And now it's time for the video game of the month.
Hey, Doug, thank you for coming over on such short notice to help me explain this game. I can't believe I got it. Take a look. It's Asteroids. I got it. I got it from Ferg outside of CompuServe. He sold it to me out the back.
Yeah, so did I.
What?
Yeah, Ferg gave it to me too. He didn't call it Asteroids though. He said like, hey, do you want part 176 or something like that? And I was like, well, I'm not sure what that is, but I took it, and yeah, it was Asteroid. So not out yet, but what do you think? Have you given it a...
We got lucky. I was just playing it, and I was like, this doesn't come out until next year, but I was so excited to play it. It's just like the arcade game. Did a really good job on it.
You know, this is actually my first experience with Asteroids, this part 176, whatever Ferg called it. I never played the arcade game, didn't even know there was an arcade game. I thought this was wholly an Atari VCS property, that it was a new game unique to the Atari VCS, but it's actually, you're saying it's an arcade game?
Yeah, it's an arcade game. I was playing it down at the 7-Eleven just a couple weeks ago. They had just gotten it in. I've played it before, and it's wonderful. Well, I think it's one of my favorite games.
The arcade game, it looks a little different, doesn't it? Because it has
yeah, of course,
vector graphics, or where you just see the real bright outlines. And here in the Atari 2600 game or VCS game, we just have blocky colors for the Asteroids rather than the bright outlines. A little duller. The arcade game, from what I understand, doesn't have a controller either. It doesn't have a joystick. It just has buttons.
My favorite thing with the arcade ones was just pressing those buttons and making it fly as far as I could, and then just crashing it. I really didn't want to, shoot things. It was awesome to watch it explode.
So you were a mover. You liked moving around the screen. I
was a mover.
Well, I don't play the Atari VCS version of Asteroids that way. You know what I like to do? How I like to play it?
How?
I like to put my ship directly in the middle of the screen. And in case anybody doesn't know the premise of Asteroids, if they've not played the arcade game yet and they haven't gotten the VCS cart early from Ferg like we did, you have to shoot asteroids. You're a spaceship shooting asteroids, and some other things will come along every once in a while that you can shoot too. But basically, you're just shooting these asteroids. So I like to put myself right in the middle of the screen. Mm-hmm. And the asteroids come in a pretty predictable, like, diagonal pattern.
All right, well, that didn't work out too good. Doug and I got cut short because my cassette ran out and I wasn't paying attention. One thing you need to do when you have new equipment is pay attention to your tape counter, because when the tape runs out and you're still talking like you think everything is fine and you find out later it's not, well... So I figured I'd finish out the show with the cassette thing here. It was a lot easier than, wasting a tape for, a minute on saying goodbye. Doug, my buddy, I'm sorry that the tape didn't finish all the way through. We had a nice long conversation about Atari. But he'll come back next month in January when we discuss the next game for the month. So, my friends, thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. I want to thank my special guest, Flack, for showing up for this Christmas edition of 80 to 89. I'm really excited to start up in January. Looking forward to the new year and talking about resolutions. And as usual, you can find these cassettes down at the Highs, at the Holly Farms, the Dart, the Peoples, the... new place I'm trying to put them in is 7-Elevens. I asked permission. They said that'd be okay. Remember, the tip jars are right there. If you want to tip more, I'll buy some new equipment. Maybe longer cassette tapes. I am really embarrassed. But to everyone, I wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I will definitely see you in January. And until next time, I'll see you next month.
Stay tuned for an awesome outtake after the ending promo.
All of Zerbinator's music and podcasts are under the Creative Commons license, which allows retelling and rebroadcasting as long as the author is notified and credited. For more great escape pods, please visit www.zerbinator.wordpress.com. If you would like to contact Zerbinatorland, you can send an email to instrumentally@gmail.com or give us a call at 571-408-ZERB or 9372.
Yeah,
because
I went with you to see that.
yeah, I mean, we talked about how the guy that plays son of a sorry.
Is that your cell phone?
Yes. Sorry.
That's okay.
All right, let me start over.
What is that horrendous move? I've never heard anything like that before.
Time travel and electronics.